We love The Walking Dead, and it's coming back in a couple weeks, and we always love when we talk to anybody for The Walking Dead, even if it's a minor character, which Shane definitely is not. So you can imagine, to have Shane on, that's like having McCartney or Lennon, not a Ringo. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Jon Bernthal played Shane on Walking Dead. Hey, John, how are you?
How are you, man? Appreciate you talking to me today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this movie that you're coming out in this weekend called Sicario, and I believe it's set in Juarez. I don't know if it was shot in Juarez, but I believe it's set in Juarez.
Yeah, a bulk of the movie takes place there, but unfortunately, most will be shot in New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico, for some reason, they must be offering something we're not offering. A lot of stuff gets shot there in New Mexico.
Yeah, all those
tax
tax
breaks.
Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think that what happens is a certain area will offer these tax breaks, and then once there's enough production in a certain area, they just kind of flood it with the right equipment and studios and things that make making a movie a lot easier. But these are all decisions and things that are way above my pay grade.
Right, I'm not.
Lucky he shows up. You know what I mean?
Tell me your role in the movie.
Well, my role in the movie, I don't want to give too much away, I can tell you as far as my role, I come in and I appear to be one thing, but turn out to be something far different. But I think that's one of the really cool things about this movie and this filmmaker. I've been really lucky in my career to work with some great filmmakers, but there's nobody I'm more excited about than you. I think he's just an absolute genius, and this movie deals with tension at a level that I haven't seen in movies since Silence of the Lambs. It's hard, you go around and you promote movies, you promote things that you're in, but this one's easy because I believe in it so much.
Jon Bernthal, when he left Walking Dead, I wasn't surprised at all to find him cast in a bunch of big blockbuster releases like Fury and with Brad Pitt and Wolf of Wall Street with DiCaprio. Do you think, John, that you got those roles partially based on the strength of your performance of Walking Dead? People saw you in Walking Dead and said, yeah, this let's cast this guy because he's really good.
Well, look, man, I appreciate you saying that. I don't know, it's hard to know. There's no question that Walking Dead, to play Shane was a great honor, and I think it was the first thing that I was able to do that I think, reached a pretty wide audience, and people sort of got a taste of some of the things that I do well. That role was sort of suited to me well, I think, and I think there's a little bit of luck involved with that. But, you think, there's no real such thing as doing a job in this business and all of a sudden everything changes. I think that, it might have gotten me in some rooms that I could have gotten in before, but, it's the way I like it. I kind of had to fight and prove myself for all the parts that I play, and I really wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just as interested that I'm a good fit for the movie as a director wants to know if I'm a good fit for the movie, and I like the process of going after jobs. I'm not really looking for things to be offered to me.
We're talking to Jon Bernthal, and his movie Sicario comes out this Friday, and it is at least partially set in Juarez. And John, I must say, as I was reading just like some research on Jon Bernthal, I realized if this guy had never been in one TV show or movie, he'd still have a more interesting life than almost anybody you know. Oh, really? So let me read some things that it says about on Wikipedia. And if I say anything mistaken, you go back and correct it, all right?
Check Wikipedia.
Okay, will do.
Okay, Jon Bernthal, Shane from Walking Dead. Interesting things about him. He is married to wrestler Kurt Angle's sister. True?
That is not true. I'm married to Kurt Angle's niece.
Oh, okay.
Wikipedia
lies. Wikipedia is 0 for 1, but I will say that the Angle family, that's my family now, and I love Kurt with all my heart, and might as well be her sister. The family is extremely tight knit. It's a big family that all grew up in a very small area right outside of Pittsburgh, and they are like brother and sister. but no, in fact, Kurt is my wife's uncle.
All right. You've got a cousin in the band Fountains of Wayne.
Yes, that is.
Oh, true.
That's Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Okay.
That's who that is.
That's a great song.
So see, if you knew a guy, it's like, I know this really interesting guy. He's married to Kurt Angle's niece and his cousins.
Yeah.
Right? That
You
without
didn't need
even
to do anything
All right,
else.
listen to this. He played professional baseball in Russia.
What?
True thing from is that true?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Holy cow.
Wow, man.
Now, that's impressive, but then part of me thinks, well, maybe like if any American goes over there, they're automatically in the top best 30 baseball players in the country of Russia or
I mean, I
something.
think probably if you knew more about professional baseball in Russia, you'd probably be less impressed.
What?
I went over there when I was younger to study acting. I played some baseball in college in the States, and I left college early when I decided I wanted to be an actor, and I went over there to study, and they had just, professional baseball sort of just was developing in Russia, and each team was allowed one American, so I went and tried out, and they would play for a few rubles, you know.
Let me, a few rubles, just a little vodka money for the weekend.
You said it, brother.
Let me just guess, based on Jon Bernthal looks like he plays what position? I am going to say, we'll see if anybody gets it. I'm going to say he looks like a catcher to me.
I'm saying
Got
shortstop.
it, brother. That's very impressive.
Did I get it?
Right out the
You
gate.
did it, man. I mean, it might just be my giant smashed in, flat, and broken nose. Figured that way. I didn't break my nose that many times for baseball, but I did have it two times plays to the plate. I broke my nose.
Oh, I can't believe I
Most of the
nailed
time,
it.
some other stuff.
I can't believe I didn't look that up. That was a complete guess that you
Wow.
played
That's
That's
catcher.
pretty good, man. Yeah, it's the only position I ever played.
All right, and Brandon, you're super excited. You're a fan of Daredevil, and John has been cast to play the Punisher. Which reading online, I think that's one of those things where it came out, and fans are always looking for something to bitch about. But everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that totally works. Jon Bernthal can be the Punisher." So, is that the feedback you got, John? That everybody's really positive about you being the Punisher?
I mean, look, man, the positive feedback, it means the world to me. There's also, I genuinely feel that there's a responsibility here. It's a character that has been with a lot of people, a lot of fans for many, many years, and a lot of friends of mine and people that I know and respect and love that are in the military and in law enforcement. They've really identified with this character and what he kind of stands for. I feel like I got a real big responsibility to try to, get this right. I mean, you feel that anytime that you play a character, but this guy's an iconic one, and I'm genuinely honored to have the chance, and we're giving it our all.
Do you find that it's more difficult, having played Shane from The Walking Dead, now you're going to be playing Punisher in the Daredevil series? Do you find it more difficult when you're playing a role that people feel they already know from another medium, and that you don't have as much freedom to play the character as you would want to, just because of people's preconceived notions of that character from the comic books?
Yes and no. I mean, you can't. I can't say much about what we're doing or how we're doing it, but I will say as far as The Walking Dead is concerned, it's just like anything else. I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. You can look at it as making it harder, or you can sort of use the advantage that provides. There's some material there, and you sort of take what you want and leave what take what you want and leave what you don't. And I really love the fact that part of my preparation for parts like this is reading unbelievable comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting to know this character, but at the end of the day, it's these great writers that I'm working with, and it's our interpretation, the directors, and other people in this cast, and I think your job is not to just sort of do what your idea is of what other people think the guy is. You got to make him a real guy, and you got to make him yours, and I think the success or failure of it will kind of depend on that.
You haven't been on The Walking Dead for a few seasons now, but I know that one thing they do are flashbacks and dream sequences. Is there some kind of like a retainer fee that they pay you? Hey, we may need to call you back at a moment's notice.
For Walking Dead.
Yeah, for Walking Dead, I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. I think they killed me twice. I think that's pretty clear message.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, thank you. Thank you. I almost called him Shane. I'm sorry. That's just how much I love the show. All right. Thank you, Jon Bernthal, for being on with us. And we're all going to go see. I think we're going to do a group trip. Go see Sicario this weekend.
Yeah, we can see Juarez almost from the studio, so we got to go see Sicario. Looks good.
I promise you, it won't disappoint. It's a special one.
Right on. Okay. Thank you, Jon. Thanks for being on with us, man.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good day.
Okay. So long.